It's the fat guy from Philly. What's up? Got a this is more of a random request video, and request videos are some of my favorite, because at least I know I'm doing what you guys asked me to do, what you want to see. And I left a comment on my comment page saying, one guy asked me, well, he was like the third guy, how can you tell, what do you look for when you buy an AK? You know, I've done a video like this a couple years ago, and it's like one of my favorite videos I ever did, because I had 3 AKs to compare to each other, but now I don't. I only have one now, but that's going to change. I'm going to get another one. But all I can do is explain it to you a little bit, so I can use this Polytech as an example. What I look for in AK47 platforms. I mean, we'll get into that in a minute. Another guy requests, he wanted to see my Ruger 2245, and I'm not going to do a disassembly video on it, dude, because if you look at my disassembly videos, I pretty much have my videos organized. If you go to the front page and look at disassembly videos, I already did one. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know what you want me to say about it. All I could say is, as far as 22s go, I think the Ruger Mark III, the Ruger Mark III line, Mark II line, just the Ruger, these models, this is a Ruger 2245 Mark III, stamped right on the barrel. And this is a little different. This is really nice looking, and what's great about this one is it has the ergonomics of a 1911. So you'll probably shoot this one, I do anyway, I shoot this one a little bit better than the other Ruger, the one that's all steel and has that kind of has that German Luger look to it. When they came out with this, the only thing I don't like about it is I don't like that this frame is polymer, because it's very, very top heavy. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know why they would do that. It's not like you're going to carry it. Why would they make this polymer? Why are they trying to make this gun so light? It's a 22. You know, you're going to carry this? I wish they at least made this alloy, but it's so beautiful. I had to get it. Has such a nice look to it. This is cool. This one has the threaded barrel on it. What I do like that, because someday I would like to get a put a suppressor on it, but you have to go through a little red tape to get one. Not a big deal in Pennsylvania. It also has 3 threaded ports for an optic or a rail system. Sorry, a rail system, so you could put an optic on the rail system, and it comes with a rail somewhere around here. I just like it plain. The only thing I don't like about it is the sights don't have dots. I'm a stickler for dots on sights. I need dots on sights to shoot well, and this don't have it. But what's great about the Ruger is, I don't know about the rear sight, that's kind of fixed in there, but the front sight is very, very simple to change. You just unscrew that screw and put a front sight on there, maybe a fiber optic sight or something, and you're good to go. Or you can just paint the front of that sight. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm trying to find a cool sight for it. And this shoots great. I got 100 rounds through it, so, but usually 22s, in my opinion, if there's something wrong with a 22, they usually act up like right away. Within the first 50 rounds, they'll show you that there's something wrong with the pistol. This went flawless to 100 rounds straight, 100 rounds straight at the range, all one after the other. So doesn't mean it's completely reliable, but it is a good sign that the gun's made right. Okay. Another good thing I like about this particular Ruger 2245 is this particular frame, because it's polymer. Now here's a good side of it. It gives a little, and it's easier to disassemble and reassemble than it is the steel framed Mark IIIs. Definitely, I've had both. I've had stainless. I've had a fluted barrel, blued, blah blah. I've had them and had them and had them. Okay, my conclusion comes to having this one. I like this one because, like I said, the 1911 ergonomics is my favorite ergonomic feel, and I shoot well with that ergonomic. And you can change the grips if you want. If you do change the grips on this, you might have to put it on a belt sander, or just get a Dremel and put a little angle on your 1911 grip, so it clears the bolt release here. Okay. It's got a strong spring on it, man, and of course the gun's clear. It's a great 22. These Mark IIIs are probably, I think, the nicest 22s. I mean, I've had the Buck Mark. I've had a couple other ones. They all ran good, but I shot best with this one. And what's cool about this one is you can't hurt the firing pin. Now the Buck Mark on the model I had, if you dry fired it, the firing pin hit the breech plate. So I would have to put in like a spent casing to cushion the firing pin. This you don't have to worry about. It has a firing pin block, because when you take it apart, part of the disassembly is pulling the trigger. And what's great about this gun is it has a target trigger on it, very wide, fat trigger. It's got a great trigger. That's all I can really say about it. It's got a chamber indicator. You know, I'm a fan of that because my brain just don't work 100%. And the grips are real wood. It has steel in it where it needs to be steel. The only thing that's plastic is the frame. The trigger's metal. The mag releases are metal. The bolt release button and the safety button, everything's metal. So that's good. But the only thing I really don't like about it is when you release the magazine, is when you insert the magazine. You got to make sure you give it a good, you know what I mean? If you just kind of push it like that, it doesn't, well, now it's engaged. I guess it's starting to break in. But I had one of these, I had two of these. When you put this mag in, make sure you bump it in there hard with the palm of your hand. Okay, because sometimes it doesn't lock onto here. To me, I think the bottom of the magazine plate should be metal, but that's what I think. I don't know why they would make that plastic, but it's a nice gun. I mean, for the money, it's fantastic. And I'll tell you what, you can shoot a fly in the left ball with this thing. It is really, really accurate pistol. It's amazing. All right. So I hope that helped you, and I hope that helps you make a decision on your new purchase, dude. I love this Ruger. I love it. So this is the 4-inch version, and it's perfect. Okay, so I'll put that aside. All right, let's get to the video. Okay, let's get on with this AK video. Okay, what to look for when you buy an AK? Well, jeez, there's quite a few things you can look for. I used to have 3 AKs, and I did have a Wasser 10 at one time, and I just didn't like the fit and finish. But after you get into AKs for a while, really the finish isn't important. It's really a rugged battle rifle. But if the finish is nice, it's kind of a plus, ain't it? You know. If you're concerned about that stuff, you're gonna have to spend more money. If you're not concerned about fit or finish, because remember, an AK47 platform, even if the fit isn't too good, it'll still shoot flawlessly. That's what's cool about them. They don't have to be made perfect to be reliable, because it's a genius design. That's what makes them so awesome. Okay, but there are AK platforms out there that have a real nice fit and finish, and the Chinese AKs are one of them. One of the things I look for is I gotta have a dimpled receiver. Sorry about the floor. I gotta have a dimpled receiver. I got to. It's a must. I have to have it. And I notice most of your higher end AKs, most of your better quality AKs, always usually have a dimpled receiver. And what it is right here, and it just takes up a little space in the magazine well to prevent magazine wobble. Now even this Polytech has a little magazine wobble. Believe it or not, it does. It does. It does. It has magazine wobble, but it's really not an issue. The The best thing to stop that is a polymer magazine. The polymer magazines are a little bit bigger and wider in the outside diameter, so they fit in the magazine well more tightly. I will not put a polymer. I think this would look ridiculous with a polymer magazine. I don't like the AKs that are wood like this with a polymer mag. I think they look ridiculous. I know the Wassers come with that, where they come with a Tapco mag, and I just don't like the wood. And then you got wood and steel, and you got the plastic magazine. I just don't like the way it looks. Plus, this is a collector's model, so I always have a steel magazine, a Polytech magazine with the gun. It just keeps it complete. The Chinese sling, all that. Okay. Now, if you want to get realistic, the Yugo M70 is a fantastic AK platform. It doesn't have a chrome line barrel. How important is a chrome line barrel? Well, are you going to shoot corrosive ammunition? Really? Chances are you're not going to. Okay? Chances are you're not going to shoot corrosive ammunition. That's really what mainly a chrome line barrel is for. It's to resist corrosion. As long as you clean your rifle when you're done. A chrome line barrel has never been a deal breaker to me. To me, it's like a bonus. You know, this does have a chrome line barrel. The Wasser 10 does have a chrome line barrel. The Yugo does not. But the Yugo has a nicer fit and finish, and it's made heftier than a Wasser 10 by leaps and bounds. It has a great receiver. It has a parkerized finish. It has an extra heavy barrel. I'm talking about the Yugo now. So a Yugo is a good way to go, and it shoots like a Cadillac. I had one. I have friends that have one. I sold my Yugo to get that Ed Brown. You know, I sold a lot of guns to get that damn thing, and I really missed that Yugo. That thing was awesome. So you can look at a Yugo. You can look at if you can get your hands on a Norinco. A Norinco is a fantastic AK platform. If I can get my hands on a Norinco, you bet your ass that will be my next modern AK platform, and I would love to do an AK series on a Norinco. So, I don't know. There's a gun show coming up, and usually at a gun show you should be able to find one. AKs are very popular at gun shows. Usually at a big gun show, like 500 tables or more, you probably can almost find any AK you want. Almost. Not, you know, not all the time. But I'll tell you right now, the prices of AKs right now, they're up. I can't believe what they're getting. Now, there's another brand of an AK. It's called a Lancaster. Now, I'm not real familiar with them. I've looked at them. My gun shop down the street does sell them. They're not cheap. They're $800. It looks like a good quality AK platform. Okay. It has the dimpled receiver. It has a stainless steel charging handle. It's real pretty. The fit and finish is phenomenal. It's an $800 rifle. But I need to do more research on the Lancaster. I might get a Lancaster and tack that up and make the AK series with that. I just want something good. Bottom line, that's the most important thing. So I gotta look into that. If any of you guys have a Lancaster, let me know how you like it and how do you feel a Lancaster compares to a Yugo or an Norinco or a Krebs. Leave your opinions. Let me know. I'm really anxious because they're available around here. You don't see Lancasters all the time. You don't see them too often. Another thing you want to look at when you're at a gun shop and you're holding an AK, checking things out. Like I said, make sure it has got this dimpled receiver here. Always check the magazine well, which is right here. Make sure it's machined nice. Make sure there's no rough edges. Make sure the hole that's milled, it's not milled, it's cut out, stamped. Make sure the hole that's cut out here is in the center of the receiver. Here's the receiver. Make sure there's the same amount of lip space on each side. And I'm looking at this one and it's pretty much practically perfect. It ain't just right. But as long as it's within reason, that's a good sign. Look for the dimple, the receiver. Check your gas tube alignment, which is right here. Okay, pull the charging handle back. And now the hammer's back, let it go. And now feel the gas piston in alignment, which you just do this. And this feels extremely straight. It feels perfect on this particular rifle here. Now some washers I've looked at before I bought my first washer. I was told to do that, and I felt a lot of friction up in this area, which told me the gas tube is either canted, which might be crooked, or the gas piston isn't straight. So that's something you look forward to. Look for, okay? This particular rifle has a double hook trigger. Now you're not always going to find an AK platform with a double hook trigger, and it just gives you more, when you're pulling the trigger, more equal tension on both sides of the trigger when you're pulling it. Gives you a nice straighter feeling when you're pulling the trigger. The tension's on both sides of the trigger, and the trigger's working on both sides together. Gives you a nice straight, smooth trigger pull. That's what I get out of it. Make sure your front sight is straight. Some of these AKs that are made, these AK platforms that are made, they have a canted front sight. This is your front sight. This is a Chinese, which you can tell because it has a hooded sight. And as a matter of fact, I blued the top of this. All the top of that, the steel was showing. And I used that, you can't even tell, man. I used that, what is it called? Birchwood Casey bluing. I had to do it about maybe 6 times to match the color. Look at that. I should have did it before and after. But it came out perfect. It matched the finish perfect. But make sure your front sight is not canted from one side to the other. That's what you want to look for. Of course, you want to feel the action. Make sure the action's nice and straight and smooth. That's all I can really tell you. You know what I'm saying? There's not much to these rifles. That's why they work so well. They're like Glocks. They're awesome. Make sure your thumb safety's straight and it's not bent. Sometimes these thumb safeties are bent and cocked and they're real hard to push down. You can correct that by bending it out a little, but be careful. This one's like smooth as silk. Check your sights. Make sure your sights line up. The reason why you got to check all this crap is because AKs are stamped out quick and they're made fast, and sometimes they're a little messed up. The Wasser 10 could be a good option, but just really examine it before you buy it. Give it a close examination. Just do what I just showed you there, and make sure everything's okay. And there are Wasser 10s out there that are made pretty good, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the rough look. That's all. The Yugo is a good option. It has a thicker receiver, and I'm telling you, it has that Tapco 2 trigger in there. That thing is sweet. So I never had problems with my Yugo, and I shot it pretty often. I didn't shoot it all the time, but I shot it enough that I could say I didn't have any fucking problems with it. So there. And that's all I can tell you. You know, price-wise, unless it's a good quality, substantial AK platform, I wouldn't pay over $6. Okay, that's pretty high. But like I said, it depends where you live. These rifles are a lot of money up here. You can get these rifles in other states for like $200 less. I keep seeing people leaving comments. Oh man, dude, I just bought one of them for $4.99. Dude, I just bought a Krebs for $3.99. I'm like, what? $3.99? I said, man, they're asking $600 for a Wasser 10 up here. $600 for a Wasser 10? I would never pay $600 for a Wasser 10. Why would you do that? So no way, I just wouldn't do it. I mean, if I'm going to spend $600, I'm going to go get the Lancaster for a little bit more money. I'm just going to get the Lancaster. I'll go get a Yugo. Why would I do that? That's all. And one more thing before I forget. If you guys like AK platforms, if you guys are severe AK47 fans, you need to go check this channel out. The name of the channel is NSZ85. Okay? NSZ as in 85. NSZ85. That's his channel. I'll put the link under the video. And if you want to get into fine details about AK platforms and you want to learn about AK platforms, go check him out. I guarantee you'll sub him. He's got a lot of videos. He works hard on his channel. He's got a lot of very in-detail AK47 platform videos, and he's got some sweet ass AKs. Man, are they nice. Alright, so please check that out. Let me know what you think of that guy's channel. Alright guys, see you.